candidates for 2021 officers and directors. Everybody will have about 3 minutes to present, and no questions today, but you could certainly listen to what they have to say and give them a call or an email. So let's start off with our candidate for president, Roger Carson.
Okay, hello. First of all, welcome to my home office here. It's where we've been camped out for quite a long time. So my name is Roger Carson. I will be the 2021 president. I was told that when I become president, I have to have a theme for the year. So my 2021 theme for the year is building for the future. So there's some mixed meanings in there, but the future really is what we're talking about when we talk about leadership. So I know that a lot of people are concerned about everything that's going on in the world. And I think we've used the word unprecedented so many times that it doesn't really describe the times we're living in, because things are moving so fast and things are changing so fast that unprecedented is kind of the new normal. So with all the change, our association has to change, and our leadership, you know, those are the folks that make those changes. So today you're going to hear from a lot of candidates that are going to be on the board, and they're going to be making decisions for all our members. So please, you know, listen to everyone. They've all been great candidates. They're all industry professionals, and I'm personally anxious to hear what everyone has to say. But next year is going to be a great year. Despite everything that's going on in the world, I'm very confident and optimistic about next year. And I guess one of the main reasons I'm confident about next year is just look at where we are today. 7 months ago, everything shut down, our industry, everything, society. And we've been able, within 7 months, to really rally, to start doing our business, sometimes not even face-to-face, drive-through closings, all kinds of things. We responded to so many changes in the last 7 months. And we did so professionally, we did so in good spirit. And so when I look at that and I think, well, we can do all that without any past experience to draw on and without any advanced planning, then we can certainly lay out some plans for next year and really kind of gear our association towards the future. So with that in mind, you know, we're going to hit the ground running next year. The first item of business is we're going to do our 3-year strategic planning. So all the members on the board are going to get together and we're all going to kind of lay out a plan for the next 3 years. So that'll be very exciting. So with that, the board makes decisions for the members, but it's not just the board. You know, everyone is involved in this. And so my job as the president is to make sure that everyone has a voice, everyone gets heard, and that we have a level playing field. So that's really what I'm about, just making sure that everyone's heard. So we'll roll out more of that as we go, but I'm really excited for next year. I am honored and proud to be the president of the association, and I will do the best job I can. So I was told that when I'm done, I need to let Susan know that I'm done speaking. So let me see.
I love it. Thank you, Roger. Very nice. Andrea Dobyns is up. She's our candidate for, well, she's our president-elect.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, our wonderful SFAR community. Thank you for joining us today. We have such a wonderful slate of candidates, and I'm really excited. We have a lot of volunteers that want to help make our association even better than it already is. I really hope everyone is doing well physically and mentally as we survive these very interesting times that I don't think anybody saw coming. You know, I just want to say thank you to Paco and the whole staff at SFAR. It was a seamless transition into all the change that has been brought upon us. So thank you all. But I'm very humbled and honored to be running for the position of the 2021 president-elect. I look forward to continuing my work with the board of directors and working alongside of them. I look forward to supporting Roger Carson in his endeavor to be building for the future. I really like that slogan. I think that's a wonderful place to start. But you know, we're here for the members. That's the bottom line, is we want to be a voice for the members. We want people to be heard, and we want to help make the best decisions to make our members achieve their goals in this business. So I'm really excited to continue helping with that. I really look forward to our future. As Roger said, I mean, things are so weird right now, and we can only build up from here. There's a lot of exciting technology that's occurred because of this pandemic. And I think our association has been really great in embracing all of that. So I, again, am very thankful to have this opportunity to serve. I encourage you all to go out and vote for these positions and the national elections as well. This is a time to be voting, have your voice heard, and let's change and build our future together. So with that, I appreciate your vote and thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much. We have two candidates for first vice president, and we'll start with Betty Beachum.
Hi, everybody. My name is Betty Beachum. I'm a commercial broker, and thank you for the opportunity to be of service. I think I'll give you just a really quick background. I came to Santa Fe 9 years ago from Ruidoso, where I had my own brokerage and property management company. Got licensed in the 80s, and shortly after I got licensed, I became really interested in commercial and started studying for the exam for the CCIM designation, which is considered the masters of commercial real estate. I've served on the board for, I think this is 5 years as in my position as chair of the commercial council. I think that this is such an extraordinary slate of candidates. I mean, I've heard a few other people say that, but it really is. And I love Santa Fe. I love this group of realtors, and I love how we really work together in a collaborative and cooperative form, particularly on this board, without any bias or agendas. I just feel like we have an extraordinary slate of candidates, and you can't go wrong. You could vote for Drew, and that would work out really well. So I'm glad to be here. And I think that what we do for our community is an extraordinary service in helping people find homes or businesses or whatever it may be to live in this beautiful place and fulfill the dreams that they want in their lives. So I'm supposed to say I'm done too, and I am done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Betty. Very good. And our other candidate for first vice president is Drew Lamprich.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you so much, Betty, for that. Thank you, Susan, for this opportunity. Sure appreciate everyone joining us today. It's such a critical time in our industry and everything that keeps changing during these difficult times. I've been your membership committee chair for the last 3 years, and I've been on the board of directors for 2 full years and an interim position before that, and on our state board of directors for the last 2 years. And through that, I reaffirm what Betty said. We're all about working together. It's all about positive communication, respect with each other. As we go about our everyday interactions with each other and our real estate transactions, it's all about creating win-win interactions for our customers and our clients. It's how we establish our role in the community. It's how we go about taking care of everyone's needs. We ultimately all are in the business of change management. We help our clients achieve their goals. We help them move. We help them kind of uproot their lives and do all kinds of to move around the world or down the street. And so with that comes this reality that we have to be in this critical, vital role to take care of our clients. I think during even challenging times, it creates opportunities for increased internet commodification of industries. We're seeing that in our industry, and it's something that's very important to me, that we make sure that we remain relevant for our clients, for our community, and make sure that we're critical in access to technology and being in the forefront with our clients. In that mind, I want to make sure that I relay to you all that I will continue to help create that healthy dialogue so that we can come up with respectful solutions for our members and for our clients. And I sure appreciate your vote. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Drew. We have 3 open positions, director positions open, and we have 4 candidates. And we will start with Lisa Bybee.
Thank you, Susan. I am finishing up 3-year directorship position right now. I have served as chair of the Property Management Committee, and I've been a 6 or 7 year member of the Community Services Committee. I also have participated in different events on behalf of the board, and I enjoy it a whole lot. So you may be wondering, why am I running again? This is, much to my surprise, a volunteer position. I've been wondering where those paychecks have gone, frankly, but it is a volunteer position. And broadly, besides representing the membership, I also represent the community, right? We have a face to give to the community too. And I enjoy that role very much, both of those. But in particular on the community side, because I do have my own property management company, I'm very interested in affordable housing issues and the lack of rentals, affordable rentals and rentals period available in our fair city. So I continue to be involved outside of being a director in following what the city is doing vis-a-vis affordable housing for purchase and building and rentals. So that is an interest of mine that whether I'm a member of the board moving forward, I will still be involved with. But I do enjoy it greatly. I have missed very few meetings these past 3 years. I love the camaraderie, the active discussions that go on. I often seek out opinions and questions from my office mates at Barker Realty and others. And I am happy to bring forward any ideas, thoughts, or concerns to board meetings. And I'm certainly known for doing that. So while it's true, I have already served for these 3 years and enjoyed it, I would like to continue because I do believe we are facing some serious challenges this next year, not the least of which is possibly the changing of our MLS service provider, but other things too. Our business is changing. There'll be more folks coming in and offering their real estate services. And as a membership, you know, we need to be aware of these things and the changes going on nationwide. And I like having my finger on the pulse of those changes and sharing that information with my fellow realtors. So again, I have truly enjoyed serving for these 3 years, and I would look forward to your vote to serve another 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa. Beth Caldarello.
Hi. Hi. So I am running again this year for the board. I have been doing real estate for about 4.5 years. And for those 4.5 years, at least three and a half have been serving on the Women's Council of Realtors, either in the position of, this is what I do every time. I always forget all my words and I even write them down and I still forget them. But working as the events manager for the Women's Council of Realtors, and then also as the tech committee chair for the board. So it's been really fun working on the board and working with the Women's Council of Realtors and learning how real estate works in Santa Fe, how it works in New Mexico, how we can do better together to serve our industry. And I think that everyone that's spoken so far has pretty much touched on all the things that I believe in as well. I think building for the future is incredibly important, especially with where we're headed right now. Having to change, I mean, being forced to change, and that's making changes is a really it's a big deal, because you have to have communication. Everyone needs to understand what's happening so that nobody feels out of the loop, or that they're confused or don't know the path that we're taking as a community of realtors, and then also taking that into the community so that people understand. You know, there's been a lot of, I don't want to say backlash necessarily, but prices have gone up and people are scared and freaking out about like what that means. And I think that that's important for us as realtors to be able to communicate with the community, why, how that affects people, and how we can help them sort of understand where we're going, you know, in the market essentially. And then also, you know, changing all of our, like what Lisa said, changing our MLS is a huge, big deal. And so being able to communicate what that means to the average realtor who doesn't necessarily like technology and doesn't want to change because, you know, it's a difficult thing to do, but how can we either decide to change or not to change? And how can we help everyone get through those decisions? I love being a part of that. I like those conversations as well. I like having the ability to reach out to the community and have those conversations with the people that are, you know, being affected essentially. So anyway, with that being said, I would love to serve on the board as on the board of directors, and I would look forward to your vote. Thanks.
Thank you, Beth. Bob Delahunt. Can you unmute Bob? Do we have Bob? He was having some internet issues earlier. There he is. Yeah, just you need to unmute Bob.
I'm unmuted. Let's see.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Bob Delahunt. I'm from Chama, New Mexico, the farthest north of anything in the Santa Fe Association of Realtors. I came to real estate late in life, back in 2005. And since that time, I have been involved in the Espanola Valley Board of Realtors. For 7 years, I was on their board and served as president for a year. I was the first chair of the Chama Valley chapter of the Santa Fe Association of Realtors. In my previous life, I was in the construction industry in New Mexico, in the Albuquerque area, Las Cruces and Santa Fe. I've been on the board of directors of both the Central New Mexico Association for Construction and the New Mexico Association for Construction. I've been on the KNME board and served on that for many years. Was also the chairman of the TVI Construction Trades Board, served as their chairman for 7 years. Chamber of Commerce here in Chama. Basically like the girl who can't say no. I always said yes to being on boards. I am a volunteer. I've been governor for Rotary for New Mexico and West Texas, and I look forward to the possibility of serving on this board. I think I've got a lot to contribute, certainly a lot of experience as a volunteer, and representing smaller brokerages in the outlying areas. Santa Fe is certainly the hub of our association, but we do have realtors from the smaller communities and smaller brokerages like mine that probably could use a little bit of representation. Sometimes we feel like the redheaded stepchildren of northern New Mexico. And that's not the case, I know, but it's something that we can work on together. And I feel that the smaller brokerages certainly could use some direct representation from people who've experienced working from a smaller office. I'm all done, Susan.
Hey, Bob, thank you very much.
Thank you.
William Lambert.
Well, I'm not sure how I followed that up. I'm definitely the newcomer to this group. I haven't served on any boards. I'm looking forward to it this year. A little bit about me. Moved here in '89. I've been a licensed realtor in Santa Fe now for 3.5 years. And I'm interested, to kind of piggyback on what Drew said and what everyone else has been talking about, the changes in technology. I've got a strong background in that, and I'm really looking forward to having a seat at the table and discussing, how we move everything forward. I think there's big stuff happening, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I would appreciate your vote.
Okay. Very nice. And last but not least, Gavin Sayers.
Hi everyone. It's a pleasure to be here talking to membership and all of you wonderful candidates. I should have said I did check the room for flies. Sorry, couldn't resist that one. I've been a realtor. Well, first of all, I actually want to thank SFAR very much and all the membership for the amazing way, as I think Roger was saying, they've risen to the challenge that we've had this year with the virus and everything else. And I think out of those sort of challenges comes innovation and good ideas, and not least this first time live board candidate forum, whatever you call it. So I hope this will stay. I think it's an excellent idea. I don't want to go into my bio too much. You can read that online if you're interested. I think Paco's circulated it. I'll give you a quick thumbnail. I have been a realtor now for 20 years, and 17 of those years I've always been on some committee or other, mostly the MLS in the early days. Quick shout out now for all committees, and I'd encourage everyone to always try and serve on a committee, get experience. I like the MLS because to me that was the hub of what we're all about. I was lucky enough to be chair in 2008, 2009, the Great Recession, you'll remember. And it looked as if we were going into another recession this year, but that hasn't happened. But seems I'm running for something usually when we have a recession. So after that, I also did 6 years on the forms committee at the state level, put all this together, and the last 3 years on the board, I would argue I'm very well qualified to have a last, and I promise, final term. I won't be running again. You might ask why I'm doing this, and the short answer is a bit like Lisa, I think, said. It's fun most of the time. It's very interesting. It keeps you up to speed. It challenges me personally, and I like being able to be member focused. I try and always bring that to all our debates on the board, which can get a little, not heated, robust discussions. And I've never forgot from MLS days, you have to think about the members first. And to that extent, my biggest reason for running this next year is, in my opinion, we have to have a better MLS system. We know Zillow is joining the fray with us locally in due course, and technology, which I'm not a technological geek, but some of you guys are, Beth in particular. But I do think I can help contribute to finding solutions and prompt ideas and discussions, so we end up with a better, more functional MLS, and I'm not particularly hanging my flag out for one. But I think we've got to evolve, and we've got to move in due course to a regional MLS. We've just got to raise our game with the basic tool that we all need. So that's the main thing I look forward to this year. And if someone can convince me we should stay with what we've got, that's fine. But I think it's time to look further ahead, particularly at the regional idea. Had a few other ideas that I would like to communicate. I have no idea what my time is. Am I okay, Chair? Chair Lady.
You got another minute, Gavin.
Okay. I asked this years ago, I think to encourage people to join committees and for all the amazing volunteer work that everyone does. Maybe we can't get paid, Lisa, but maybe there could be some credits for hours spent against our dues or something. I do think all these volunteers, it's tough doing it and being an active realtor as well. And I'm by no means a politician, I'm an extremely active realtor. So I am at the coal face, as they used to say in England. So I know what it's like being a realtor, and that's just a small idea. I'd like to see minutes produced from all the committees that are immediately published, you know, within days of the meetings, not a month later when we've all forgotten about it. I'd love to see, I like the new model of the online education. I hope we'll continue to do that and do more of it. It's certainly been extremely helpful when we've all been so busy to be able to do some education from home in your jammies. I feel the association could encourage more contact with members to solicit ideas, comments. We're all in this together. We are a member organization. It's sometimes easy to forget that when you're sitting at the board. And I'd love to hear from people who have no desire to be on a committee or shy about speaking up. And I'd love to see Roger perhaps help us to figure out a way of doing that. And finally, I'm really looking forward to a final term, and particularly next year with Roger, who I think has many good ideas. And we have discussed a few outside these, the board and so on. So look forward to your vote. And the voting day, I believe, is October the 2 days. October the 20th and 21st.
Yeah, thank you, Gavin. And just a reminder, but nobody will forget because Paco's sending it out to us every day. Our online voting does begin at 6 a.m. on October 20th, Tuesday, and ends Wednesday, October 21st at 4 p.m. So they've made it really easy this year. Lets everyone vote, lets everyone encourage everyone that you know to vote early and often. Kidding. And thank you so much to the candidates for all coming today and doing this odd Zoom thing that we do for everything these days. We do appreciate it. And you have a great slate of candidates here. So let's get out and vote. Thank you.